So what me and the monkeys have here for you today is a knife that I picked up not that long ago. Bought it March 14th of 2023 from Blade HQ. It's a Spyderco Manix 2 mint, and it's got the PM2 steel, made in USA. It's got the Spyderco PM2 brand on one side and Golden, Colorado, USA Earth on the other. It's a pretty nice knife. I bought it. My everyday carry is this knife, PM2. So that gives you right there, gives you a real good idea of the size difference. You know, they're basically the same. A little taller blade, and the Manix is going to be a little bit larger in the pocket in height or width or whatever you want to call it. You can see there. See how it sticks up a lot higher. But it's lighter. It's a lot lighter. This knife here has no liners. It just it has whatever metal it has up here and the back spacer, which comes to right about here, but the rest of it is just that FRN. So let's talk about what Spyderco says about the knife. Spyderco says the Manix 2 lightweight is one of Spyderco's most popular in-demand folding knives. That popularity makes it a natural platform for an exclusive production run. Exclusive is the color and the M4 steel. The remarkable knife is unique in two ways. First, its blade is precision machined from PM2, a special purpose high-speed tool steel produced by the particle metallurgy process. PM2 sophisticated alloy composition, high vanadium content, and extremely fine grain structure give it exceptional wear resistance and toughness. Of course, you read this thing right here, it does tell you that it's not very good with moisture and corrosion resistance. So got to keep it clean, got to keep it wiped down. And the second design feature of the knife is the lightweight handle, which is injected molded from jade color fiberglass reinforced copolymer FRCP, and reminiscent of the natural color of Blade HQ's signature G10 handle exclusives. So that's why they decided to go with that. So that came in the box with it, along with the cool little Spyderco sticker, which whatever you do with that, just stick it back in the box, hang on to it, right? The size of this knife. Okay, let's talk about it. So, easiest way is just to hold a ruler up to it. Let you look at it for yourself. So, it's right at 8 inches. It's got a blade right at 3 1/4 with a cutting edge of just a little under 3. I'd say 2 7/8. It's got a handle length of 4 1/2. Good sized knife, you know. Fits the hand well like that. You can choke up on it here. It's got jimping, very right in the FRN. It's in the plastic or whatever you want to call it. Jimping here, a little jimping there. It's got nice jimping in the steel. Not much of a belly. It's a traditional Spyderco leaf blade. Yeah, let's look at it with the PM2 again. All right, see, it's a lot deeper. So if you want to try to flip a hamburger or something with it, Manix 2 is going to be a lot better. You're going to be able to balance that burger right on it. Yeah, I'd say it's just as pokey. It's just as pokey as the Spyderco Paramilitary 2. Blade thickness, it's right there with it. It really is right there with it. Yeah, maybe the Spyderco's got it beat a little bit right here, but now this is a stronger knife, the Paramilitary 2, you know, especially with the liners. Now this is the Micarta version. This one here, this is the regular G10 version, but it still has the skeletonized liners in there, so that gives it a more strength. Comes all the way back there, you know, so it's reinforced. This is like a box section of the knife. You know, the only reason it's open in the back, that lets the dirt fall out, makes it a lot easier to clean and everything, but it's still strong. It's still a metal boxed frame, you know, and it's supporting it. These blades have no play either. None of those do. So what other knives we're going to compare it to, just for somebody's not into Spyderco? Well, ZT, that's a pretty popular knife. So I got a ZT 0562. And we can hold that right up against there, and you can see it's about the same size knife, you know, right there. So this really seems to be the sweet spot in the pocket knife. And but it's not as heavy. Oh, this thing is almost half the weight of that ZT. ZT is just a heavy build, even though it's titanium. G10, it's got liners, you know, it's just got a lot more metal to it, and it's kind of deceiving the way they thin out the top of the blade here, but the ZT's got a pretty thick blade. And let's talk about it with the one everybody says, oh my God, that's a huge knife. That's the 0452 CF carbon fiber. All right, so it's just a little shorter blade, a little shorter. Handle's about the same, really, if you think about it. You know, if you go from here to here, this handle's the same. It's just the handle on the ZT sticks a lot further out. But your front finger's still there. You don't have the choil. You know, I guess, you know, I'm thinking about making that choil bigger on this one. But, yeah, you don't have that front choil up there. If you try to use it now, you're going to cut yourself. But, you know, going from here and here, the handle's about the same. But you got about another 7/8 inch of a blade sticking out there on that one. So let's put this one away without cutting myself again on it. So back to this. This is my everyday work carry now. I don't have to worry about it. If I stick it in something, I want to pry on it, dig around, I'm not so worried. If I pop the blade on it, well, hey, it's probably a pretty strong damn blade. But, you know, I'm not messing up a $200-300 knife. You know, it's a $100 knife, and that's really where I want to carry every day. For everyday carry, I want a $100 knife. You know, it doesn't worry. It's good enough. It's going to hold an edge for a while and all that, but it's doesn't mean so much if it pops out of my pocket or something like that. Let's talk about a couple downsides. The reason I bought it is I wanted to try. I don't have any knives that had this ball detent. I don't have a Benchmade with the access lock. You know, I don't know if it's that much different than this one, but this one here has got this spring-loaded thing. It shoots the ball in, holds the blade out there. Rock solid lockup on this knife. I mean, that blade doesn't go left and right, don't go up and down. It does have a, you know, you can tighten that up if you want, so that's not an issue. It's definitely get a Torx bit in there and tighten that up. You can't take it apart. These are just rivets. There's no screws. You'd have to drill those out and come up with some new hardware. I'm sure some aftermarket company is going to do that. But why would you want to take it apart? There's really nothing to do. You got access here. You can put a little bit of oil in there. And like I said, it's a $100 knife. You want to start modding a $100 knife and try to turn it in and put $200 worth of parts in it, well, why don't you start with a nicer knife? You know, start with a PM2. You'll end up with more of a knife, and there's more parts available for it. So, you know, back to it. This is a little stiff. It's a little hard to open. What I got to do is you know, if you want to try to close it one-handed, you got to stick this in the belly of your palm to get the leverage. Okay, but once you have it, it'll just drop straight down. It's loosened up. You know, I've opened and closed it for a month now, and it'll free fall. But it didn't do that when I first got it. You know, this was extremely stiff. I was really concerned if it was going to loosen up. I mean, I had to sit there with the knife with both hands. You know, but like I said, you know, it's still a little stiff to do it. I mean, you really gotta get in there. Now I got a big hand. I wear extra large, 2 extra large gloves, so my hand's big enough to do that. I can stick it in there. I'm putting pressure right here, and I can drop that blade and let it free fall. You got small hands? Maybe not. Maybe you need to look at a different model. Me, you know, all my knives, they all run with about a 3.5-inch blade. You know, 4-inch blade. That's what I'm used to. I don't really want to carry a smaller knife. You know, before I got into these, I used to carry, you know, just all kinds of smaller knives, but case and all that. But those just rattle around the bottom of your pocket with the chains, and pennies get stuck in there, dirt gets in there. You know, wearing it with a pocket clip, especially a, you know, get a knife with a nice deep carry pocket clip like this Lynch. No worries, easy to get to. Knife stays in better shape, stays handy, one-hand operation. Yeah, that's what you want. And do I like it as much as the PM2? I don't know. This one here, I carried this. Now I carried this for 4 years before I got that. This thing is just so, it's just so natural. You know, I'm not looking for speed. I just want to be able to, you know, in the dark, without looking, know what's going on with my knife. I want to be able to open, close it without cutting myself or hurting anything or dropping it somewhere where I don't need to be dropping it, where I can't get it back if I do. And that's how I feel about this knife. I mean, this knife is just, it's in my hand. This one's getting here, but like I said, having to put it in that, you know, if I don't get it right, if my hand's sweaty, you know, if I was to say, Spyderco, make this knife better, I would say take some of that jimping that you put here and put it all right here, because that's where you need the traction. You don't need the traction so much up here. You don't need the traction here like you did. You need the traction here. So that's about it. It's a nice knife. Pocket clip came loose. Had to tighten it up right before the video. It actually came all the way off. I was scared it was stripped out, but it's not. It tightened up. I might put a little Loctite, but I don't want to stain the scale. So, and the other thing is, if you look at that, I don't know, I might add some kind of washer or something there, because it just, I don't know. I need to get online. If anybody knows that they make a different style clip for this, let me know. It'd be nice to have a deep carry. See, that's not so deep carry. Lanyard hole's nice. Look at that. But that clip it's not as deep carry. I like a deep carry like this Lynch right here. Huh? Is that nice? I ordered another one for this. This one's getting, like I said, some butterscotch grip scales and a Lynch deep carry clip. So I'll make a video on that. Today's video is on this, and it's over with. That's it. I'll put another one up on another knife. I'll do the ZT. That'll be my next video. Okay, so keep an eye out for that. Hit that subscribe button, and it'll come up on your feed, and you can see that. Then I'll do this one. I got some pistols over here. I got some some drones, all kinds of cool stuff. Hit the subscribe button, and you'll see all the videos. There's the monkeys. We're out of here.